This broadcast is brought to you in part by Positano Pizza, the finest Italian cuisine and pizzeria. Show us your Wayne Hills student ID to get 2 slices of pizza or a bowl of pasta, plus a drink for only $5.
The following is a special Wayne Hills television sports presentation.
Tonight, crosstown rivals Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills clash in the opening round of the North 2 Group 4 state sectional playoffs. These squads met nearly 2 months ago in Week 2, where Hills overcame early mistakes and an early deficit in hostile territory to escape with a 14-7 win. With that win, Wayne Hills would add yet another aspect to this heated rivalry, as despite Valley winning one more game in the regular season, Wayne Hills finished a perfect 5-0 in the division, and Valley's lone loss coming in that game in mid-September. Wayne Hills finished the regular season last week at home with an emphatic 51-14 win over Indian Hills, while Valley went on the road and thumped Fairlawn 49-14. One of these teams will have their phenomenal season ended tonight at Patriot Stadium, and the other will move one step closer to a chance at the state title. Wayne Valley, Wayne Hills, next. Welcome to Wayne Hills High School. We're here on a Friday night where the temperature outside has hit below freezing. The 6-3 Wayne Hills Patriots will play host to the 7-2 Wayne Valley Indians to kick off the North 2 Group 4 state sectional playoffs. And guys, let's get right into it. Big game tonight, crosstown rivalry between Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills. A huge game here in this town, and again, just a playoff game. They're always huge, no matter first round state championship. And bid players always step up in bid games. We've been talking about guys who made bid plays for this team all season. But tonight, who are your guys to watch out for? Luca, let's start with you.
Well, I got to say my key player for tonight's game has to be Mike Casasanta. Mike Casasanta, the starting quarterback of this team, a first-year starter this year with 1,109 passing yards for the entirety of the season, 123 yards per game. That's an incredible passing rate. But not only is his passing incredible, he's got great legs and is the leading rusher for this Wayne Hills team with 687 rushing yards. Definitely going to come up for this Wayne Hills team tonight.
And Isaiah, how about you? Who's your guy to watch out for?
My guy is Nick Lucarello, a name that I've come across so many times during this season. He's just a very versatile player. He's one of those big guys up front and defensive line. He goes after the quarterback, brings some pressure. He has 60 total tackle. That's almost as much as the linebacker. So he can play linebacker. He's fast, and he gets to the quarterback quick. He has 5 sacks in the season. He has a fumble recovery for 28 yards. He has played consistently almost every game. That's why he is my key player for tonight.
Yeah, and he's played consistently, just like, him being the team captain, something you would expect him to do. And my guy is also a team captain. My guy for tonight is number 18 wide receiver, the senior Christian Pontalillo, 305 receiving yards and 3 touchdown catches on the season, guys. He's been terrific. On defense, he's been amazing as well. 43 total tackles, 2 interceptions, and 3 passes defended. So he's played well back there as well, out of the cornerback slot. And, guys, the guys we mentioned tonight just now played big in the Week 2 game against Wayne Valley as well, where Hills came away with a 14-7 win. So it's a rematch tonight. Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley were coming back from their out-of-state season openers. And that one, it feels like forever ago already, but you think about it, just over 2 months ago, Wayne Hills beat Wayne Valley 14-7 on Valley Surf. Let's take a look at the highlights from that game. Wayne Hills hits the road to meet with crosstown rival Wayne Valley in Week 2 as both teams return from their out-of-state season openers. Valley threatening on their first drive, but on third down, the screen pass is shut down by the Wayne Hills defense as Maston, Grosjean, and Woodard come up with a big stop for the Patriots. Hills with it now for the first time on offense. Casasanta with a quick drop and a quick strike over the middle of the field to Stephen Maston for a first down. Later in the drive, Hills in Valley territory now. Casasanta flushed out by the Valley pass rush, but finds Christian Pontalillo up along the left sideline for a gain of 15. We shift to the second now. Hills down 7-0, but Noah Abita is trying to change that quick. A burst up the middle for 17 yards. Now Hills in the Valley red zone. A lob to the right side. Ball is batted up in the air and swatted, but Christian Pontalillo makes the catch of the year with a one-hand snag on his backside at the 1-yard line. And on the next play, Casasanta right through the gap for a Wayne Hills touchdown, tying the score at 7. Later on in the second, Testa trying to muscle his way through the defense, but he's stripped of the ball, and the Patriots jump on it and recover at the 20. And a few plays later, they would cash in as Casasanta finds his go-to guy in Maston for a quick touchdown score before the half. Second half now. Valley threatening inside the Hills 15. Moran fires one to the back of the end zone, but look who it is. Steve Maston jets up and knocks the ball away. Now Valley backed up near their own goal line, and this won't help either as Jake Grosjean gets to the quarterback for a sack at the 1-yard line. On third and short, Casasanta fakes the toss and takes it himself, makes a fantastic move to get into open space, but is tripped up around the 40. Now in the fourth, the Wayne Hills blitz forces Moran to throw it up deep, but no receiver is in the zip code of this ball, and Dean Imparato picks it off and seals the deal for Wayne Hills. Wayne Hills walks away with their first victory of the year, a 14-7 win over Wayne Valley on the road. Back here at Patriots Stadium, Aaron Hook, Luca Yanuzzi, and Isaiah Ahumada with you. And guys, the last time that Valley and Hills scored off in the playoffs, it was 3 years ago. Me and Isaiah's freshman year. Luca wasn't even enrolled here at Wayne Hills High School. North 1 Group 4 state championship game, MetLife Stadium. The atmosphere was electric. It was a crazy game that went into down to the wire. Had a crazy finish as well, guys. What do you guys remember about that game? And just reminisce on it a little bit. Tell me why it was so special.
Well, it was a huge game way back then. I was sitting on my couch. News 12 had actually streamed the game live, and I was sitting on my couch with my family, my mom and dad, just watching that game. And a few buddies of mine went out to MetLife Stadium. Unfortunately, I could not go. I was feeling a bit under the weather, but still, it was such a great game to watch. Just an incredible history of these crosstown rivals, and especially in the playoff games, and especially that being such a great game. It was definitely something awesome to watch.
And Isaiah, what about you?
Well, it was definitely an intense game. From the beginning, Valley came out strong, and they were just unstoppable. Hills couldn't stop them. Then it got to the second half. Like you said many times, we've said this many times, Wayne Hills is a second half team. They came back stronger in the second half with a huge kick return, also with multiple touchdowns that got them back into the game, tied the game, went to overtime, and won it there with some incredible plays. Sort of like a Falcons versus Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Patriots were down, they came back, took it to overtime, won the game. It was an incredible game all around.
Yeah, like you said, just an all-around incredible game, Isaiah. And guys, now we'll throw to the highlights from the 2016 North 1 Group 4 state championship game.
Wayne Hills back in MetLife Stadium looking to avenge their state championship loss against Old Tappan in 2015 with a win in 2016 against crosstown rival Wayne Valley. No love lost between these two teams, and the Wayne Hills secondary came out of the gates hot. Sophomore Jaren Hayek over the top to make the interception on Grant Ferrulo. But we're not going to lie to you, Wayne Hills came out sluggish. This will be a nice play by Jason Modak, but Wayne Valley would score and open up a 10-0 lead. And they needed this. It's Modak again on the fumble recovery this time. And Wayne Hills down 10 gets outstanding field position. That would set up this. Luca Grave punches it in from 3 yards out. And Wayne Hills pulls to within 3, although they'd be down 10 at the half. Late in the third, Wayne Hills needs some semblance of offense, and they're going to get it here. DeVera over the middle, able to hit Hunter Hayek for a Wayne Hills first down. That's a gain of 23. That would set up this. Dario Cierney, 28-yard field goal is good, and Wayne Hills within a score. It's 17-10 Valley, but now 24-10. Wayne Hills defense needs to step up, and they do. They smother Greg Peloso for a loss, and Hills gets the ball back. 3rd and long now for DeVera. They need a first down desperately, and DeVera threads the needle. Tyler Hayek over the middle, uses his speed to break free, and Hills gets a much-needed touchdown. Patriots are within 7. DeVera finishes the season with 37 passing touchdowns, the most in a single season in Wayne Hills history. Patriots need another stop, and they get it. Hunter Hayek deflects that ball and forces Wayne Valley to punt again. Hills gets the ball down 7, and they go to the screen option. Over the middle, Luca Grave going to get to the far side, navigating through blockers. Each receiver throws a block. Still going down the sideline, Luca Grave goodbye. Touchdown Wayne Hills. They're an extra point away. The senior running back with a monstrous play, and here is Mr. Automatic. Dario Cierney with the extra point, and the Patriots come from behind to tie the game. Valley looking to answer on 3rd and long. Montero drops the football. Wayne Hills with a stop. But after they can't score, Wayne Valley has the last chance. Over the middle is Ferrulo, and that one's knocked away. So an initial stop from Tyler Hayek and company. But after a Wayne Valley first down, they're knocking on the door for field goal range, but not before this huge sack from Jason Modak, who finishes the season with 11 sacks. Over the middle on 4th down, and it's incomplete. Intended for Montero. Wayne Hills with another big stop, and we would go to overtime. In the extra session, playing for the state title, Luca Grave spins off a tackler and gets 4. 3rd and 6. Hills over the middle, incomplete. Off the hands of Tyler Hayek. 4th down, last chance for Wayne Hills. Pay attention. Statue of Liberty play. Hayek gets blown up, but somehow he flips it to Tavera. Coming to the near side, he turns the corner, stays in bounds, and gets the first down. Are you kidding me? Wayne Hills moves the chains, and they still have a chance to score in overtime. Now to Grave on the ground inside the Valley 10, pushing forward to the 5. Hills is set up. Now they pack everybody in. Back to Grave, left side, he gets in. Touchdown Wayne Hills. They punch it in for 6 on their first overtime possession. Extra point is good. Valley will have to score a touchdown or Wayne Hills has a miraculous state title. First play for Wayne Valley. Ferrulo over the top to Peloso, catches the football and coughs it up. It's across the pylon and out of bounds. The refs get together, and it is ruled a touchback. Wayne Hills wins the state championship on a walk-off touchback. Oh my goodness. Miracle at the Meadowlands Part 2. Crown those boys. State champions. Wayne Demikoff, his first since taking over the program, and it is one to remember. A game for the ages, and the Patriots walk off with a 31-24 overtime win against Wayne.
Well, guys, we can only hope that tonight's game is as exciting, electric and memorable as that one. And now shifting, Isaiah, back to your key player, Nick Lucarello. Like you've said, you've mentioned him many times as your key player, and throughout the broadcast this season, we mentioned him. A senior captain who stepped up, and he's been one of, if not the best player on this defensive unit. And I know you had the chance to talk to him this week, about being a first-year varsity starter and going into the playoffs, what it means to him, and how he's preparing for it. As well as just his responsibilities, as a captain and as a senior on this team. So let's take a look at Isaiah's interview with Nick Lucarello.
No more talking, please. You ready, Isaiah?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm pleased to be joined by defensive lineman and offensive lineman number 52, Nick Lucarello. Let's get started. All right, so it's the playoffs, and it's the first time you're starting for this team. So how are you preparing for something as big as the playoffs when it's the first time starting for varsity?
We're all laser focused, and it all starts with practice, coming to practice, working hard, and working throughout the week. And when it comes to game day, it's like cutting through fog. You could feel it, and you know that we're ready.
Are you guys doing extra drills to get yourself?
Yeah, we're outside till 7 o'clock every single day, getting ready, and there's nothing stopping us.
All right. What's it called? You guys played Valley in beginning of the year. It's been weeks since the last time you played them. So what do you think is like the difference between the Valley team you faced in week 2 versus the Valley team now?
Well, it's not obvious. I mean, it's obvious. Both teams have gotten better since then, and a team grows throughout the season from week 1 all the way through whenever the season ends. And Valley has definitely gotten better. Their record shows it 7-2. We've gotten better since then. We started off the season 1-2, and now we're 6-3. So everything comes together when we get into playoffs, and we're one of the teams going up into the playoffs. Some teams are going down, so we're very thankful for that.
What are you preparing against this Valley team? What do you think is the most difficult challenge?
I mean, their defense is pretty good, but if we lock down their offense, we're set, and we're going to win by 42.
Last time you faced them, you guys won 14-7.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think helped your defense, contain that Valley offense and only allow them to score 7 points?
We just kept saying we can't lose this game. It's because we're 14-2 against them, and they only beat us twice, I think. Yeah, I just said that. They beat us twice. So we're not losing again. It's not happening. The tougher team is going to win.
All right, good job, Nick. Thanks, Nick. That concludes tonight's pregame show. Kickoff is
Ladies and gentlemen, a standing round of applause is appropriate for the Wayne Valley Indian Marching Band. And good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Principal Mike Ruick and Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Jeff Galalo welcome you to Patriot Stadium here at Wayne Hills High School for tonight's opening round of the state playoffs between the visiting Indians of Wayne Valley High School and the home team Patriots of Wayne Hills. This game is being conducted under the rules of the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Accordingly, any negative, verbal, written, or unbecoming conduct with regard to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated and will be cause for immediate ejection from the stadium. Additionally, penalties may be assessed against the offending individual's team. It is requested that we all take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship, avoiding any action that would jeopardize the safety of players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. We are reminded that our student athletes are deserving of respect by all those in attendance. Let us all comply with these simple requests. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. Testing. Testing. Ladies and gentlemen, we call your attention to the 40-yard line. Marco Brunetti and Wayne Hills Football is proud to present last week's big 50-50 raffle. Rob Legine with a check in the amount of $17,900. Rob has owned Spectrum Therapeutics on Hamburg Turnpike here in Wayne for over 20 years. On behalf of Wayne Hills Football, Coach Demikoff, the players, parents, and the Booster Club, we congratulate you on your win and many thanks for your sponsorship. Ladies and gentlemen, for your convenience this evening, hot chocolate is available at scoreboard side of the field on both sides. In addition, the Outback is serving delicious food, drinks, and hot chocolate at the rear end zone area on both sides of the field. Hand warmers are available at the apparel tent next to the main snack stand. Please consider purchasing 50-50 tickets as part of the proceeds, which will go this evening, part of which will benefit the Wounded Warriors Project. And once again, we want to thank our platinum sponsors, AB Facility Services, Anthony Franco's Restaurant, Bagel Buffet Cafe, Brownstone Restaurant, Lane Contractors, Jersey Mike Subs, Lakeside Carpentry and Contracting, Manhattan Bagel, Kennedy Landscaping, One Call Home Remodeling, Pizza One, Positano Restaurant, Manny's Preakness Diner, Primo Pizza, Right Way Driving School, RWC Windows, Doors, and More, Song Orthodontics, Spectrum Therapeutics, Kmart General Contractor, Wolf Chiropractic and Rehabilitation, and Preakness Gourmet Deli. Thank you for your sponsorship during the current season.
baseball field now. They're in the outfield now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the visiting Wayne Valley Indians. introduce the Wayne Hills starting defensive lineup. At defensive end, number 52, Nick Zuccarello, number 52. At defensive tackle, number 58, Jade He, number 58. At defensive tackle, number 79. At defensive end, number 81, Jake Rojan, number 81. At linebacker, number 15, Noah Ahumada, number 15. At linebacker, number 20, Dan Daly, number 20. At linebacker, number 21, Dan Gerard, number 21. At corner, number 17, Joe Brunetti, number 17. At safety, number 9, Dean Imperato, number 9. At safety, number 13, Steve Maston, number 13. And at corner, number 18, Christian Puntalillo, number 18. And let's welcome the West Rookie Patriot squad. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise. And as the Patriot Marching Band plays our national anthem, let us reflect on our veterans, many of whom have given the supreme sacrifice in the defense of our freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wayne Hills Band and our national anthem.
Welcome back to Patriot Stadium. Once again alongside me, Isaiah Ahumada and Luca Yanuzzi. And we are dead and set for kickoff. And guys, just before kickoff, let's discuss two aspects of this game and of this rivalry. And we'll start off with the group bracket. Wayne Hills playing the regular season games in North 1, Group 4, but they've been inserted into the North 2 Group 4 bracket. They have Wayne Valley obviously here tonight on their home turf. And they will play the winner of the number 1 seeded Phillipsburg and the number 8 seeded Morris Hills. And on the other side of the bracket, number 3 seeded West Morris and number 6 seed Morris Knowles will square off, as well as number 2 Old Tapan, a team that Wayne Hills has already seen in this regular season and a team that they know is a force to be reckoned with, going up against number 7 Mount Olive. And now, guys, let's talk a little bit more about this rivalry between Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley, the series history. Can we get that graphic? The all-time series record, Hills leads it 14-2. The all-time playoff record, Hills has dominated that as well in 5 playoff matchups, 4-1. And the last time Valley pulled off a win against Wayne Hills in the postseason was 1991. So nearly 30 years is the gap in between, is the time that Valley last won a playoff game against these Patriots. As the captains are introduced, guys, it's going to be absolutely critical for Wayne Hills to get off to a good start. Same to be said on the other side for Valley. So right out of the gate, what are some things that you think Wayne Hills has to do well to, kind of assert themselves early on in the game?
Well, Aaron, obviously the run game has to be effective tonight. It's been effective mostly the whole season, and that's what really helped them last time against Valley. So it definitely needs to be effective tonight. Mike Hadasana has to take a few snaps. Chris Butovsky, he's been a pretty good backup for Michael Joyce, and if they're able to start off very early with the run game, get a huge gain by running the ball, it'll be very impressive for this offense.
And I gotta say, like you said, Isaiah, my key guy, Mike Casasanta, has to be a key guy tonight. He should be leading this Wayne Hills team to the W. If he could get off those great passes, give himself some time with this offensive line helping him out there. Give him some more time, not have to rush the passes like he has been. Last game he had that under control, though, against Indian Hills. Really was giving himself a lot of time. This offensive line really helping him out. And also this defensive line has to get some stops against Tommy Moreno, too.
Yeah, guys, Wayne Hills getting 2 huge factors for them back tonight, as you saw in the opening, the starting lineups, the introduction. Stephen Maston and Noah Avita back for the Patriots. Both did not play last week. Stephen Maston has not played in about a month, so it's going to be interesting to see how much they're used on the offensive side of the ball in their respective roles. They're starting on the defensive side of the ball, so Hills is going to look for them to come back and make a big impact. And, of course, the return of Michael Joyce last week, we'll see how much they're going to infiltrate him into tonight's game plan. As the teams take the field, Wayne Valley is set to send it away. Maston, deep back.
And also perfect timing just around the playoffs about to start. They're all ready. And, they're back together and healthy, so this is interesting for Hills.
This is Mo Data, the senior, number 11, to send away for Valley. He does a spinning end-over-end kick, fielded by Maston, running to his right, makes a cut move. He's got a little bit of room up the sideline, and he's going to be shoved away. That's number 13, Chase Hammond, who pushes him out of bounds near the 30, and Wayne Hills will take over right there.
Very close for this Hills special team to resemble that play against Week 2 against Valley, where Valley had a big return. Very close. He just needed a bit more speed. Didn't get there. And Valley's special teams kick team tackled him.
So Wayne Hills takes over right on the 30-yard line. Guys, we've talked about it a lot. Getting Mike Casasanta in a good position early. This offensive line has to do their job. Make them comfortable early on, get them rolling. That could be said for any quarterback, but especially him. We know how good he is on the ground. If he can get it going through the air with his arm a little bit early on in the game, they've been successful. Butovsky behind him to his left. Casasanta fakes the handoff, running to the left, makes a nice move to the outside. Brought down at about the 38. Give him a gain of 8 on the keeper. And it'll be down second at about 2. And let's take a look at that replay on the Casasanta run. A play they run a lot of fates. Faking the handoff there. Casasanta making a nice little gallop move to the outside, a little juke move, and he picks up 8, second down and 2 from their own 38 are the Patriots.
So far with the rushing game, as you saw there, Mike Hadasana getting him early and started, getting his feet warm since, it's a very cold night, below 30, below 40 degrees.
Casasanta. Now Butovsky on his right. Handoff to Brutowski, running to the left, and he's going to bulldoze over number 5, Jade He, and he'll pick up the first down. Wayne Hills moves the chains in 2 plays. Good start.
Very good start. Chris Brutowski able to bounce out to the left side of the field and get the first down. So far, like I said, this team has to get the rushing game going, and they've done pretty well these last 2 snaps.
Wayne Hills fresh set of downs from their own 41.
This Wayne Hills team putting up just what we want to see right now. After those 2 plays already get their first down.
In motion is Maston, left to right. Cass hands it off. Brutowski bouncing in between defenders. Give him maybe 1. Brutowski's for the guys. Isaiah, you talked about it. We've talked about it all year. He's done an excellent job filling in for the injured Michael Joyce, and he's just done a terrific job running the ball. He's a guy that's reliable to give you 4 or 5 yards when you need it most. He's shifty, he's powerful, just kind of everything you would want in an undersized back like him. Now, twin set to the right of Casasanta. Takes the snap. Trying to fake the handoff, and someone got to him. It was number 22, John Testa. Casasanta taken down right there, and it'll bring up 3rd down and long early in the first.
Valley caught on early. They saw that they were running the ball in back-to-back plays, and they took advantage, and now Hills is back to 3rd and 12, so they have to come with something special to get that first down.
We'll see what Hills does here. 3rd down and long, like you said, Isaiah. 3rd and 12. 3rd and 13 now, to be exact, on their own 38 once again. Another twin set to Casasanta's right. Masted in the slot. Punt a little out wide. Grosjean and Daly switch places. Casasanta, play action. Firing over the middle of the field, looking for Maston. Does he have the catch? It looks like he does. They're going to rule it complete. And how about that for a return by Stephen Maston? First down, Patriots.
Well, Stephen Maston's been out for almost about 4 weeks. Comes out with the first catching play of the game. Good job being able to set himself in the game early.
Yeah, after having been out for 3 games, that's a great recovery. Having to bounce back like he has so far. Great to have him back to this Wayne Hills offense.
Brunetti moves off tackle. Now Casasanta hands it off to Brutowski. He's going to be ripped down, and a flag flies. Multiple flags fly.
And that is a possible face mask. I saw him getting wrapped around and thrown, so that's most likely a face mask. And these fans here are not happy with that play by Valley.
They are going to move the ball ahead 15 yards. And how about that for a boost for Wayne Hills? Now going to set up at the Valley 24-yard line. And look at this, guys. I mean, you want to talk about getting your offense rolling early on. 24 yards away from scoring, not even 4 minutes into the ball game. Great start for Wayne Hills offensively, coming up big on a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, great sequence of events to 3rd down. Got the first time pass to Maston, who's been out for 3 games, and then I got the penalty.
Same set, Maston and Pontalillo out wide to the right. Pontalillo, the lawn man, handoff, up the middle goes Brutowski. He'll move forward for maybe 3. And it'll bring up, 2nd down and 7.
You know, these 2 teams have changed a lot, especially Hills from the beginning of the year. First time played Valley, you saw a lot of rushing from Casasanta, and now here he's a little bit more comfortable, able to pass it deep to his wide receivers and get first down, as you saw as he completed the Maston earlier. So this team has definitely changed, and they found what they're really good at.
Though different Toski only 2, so 2nd down and 8 from the Wayne Valley 22-yard line. Alone on the right side is Pontalillo. Motioning back and forth. Now on the left side, now going out wide is Brutowski. Casasanta takes the snap, firing, and he was looking for, it looked like Maston, or excuse me, that was Joe Brunetti was looking for. A little high for him. Let's take a look at the replay. Good job by motioning Brutowski out. Casasanta all alone, and he just overshot Brunetti, who stands at 5'7", but we've seen guys that hasn't held him back from making big-time plays in this offense.
I mean, he had time in the pocket. If he just waited just a tiny bit, Renee would have got a bit more open, and he could have got a great pass.
Daly moves left to left, nets to left tackle. Casasanta looking deep to the right. Diving is massive. He couldn't get there. Multiple Valley defenders swarming over there, including number 22, Testa. And that'll bring up 4th down for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, that time Maston couldn't reel it in for the catch.
And here comes Jordan Thiel, number 88, to attempt to put the Patriots up with just a tad under 7 to go in the first, 6:58. Good job on the Valley defense, though, as Hills had it on their 22-yard line at one point and stood their ground, forcing Hills to attempt a field goal. Probably not the guy they want to attempt a field goal. Thiel, excellent. Long kick is up, and it is no good. Missed it wide. And that is a backbreaker for Wayne Hills, as Thiel, last year's second-team All-County kicker, misses another field goal, and Valley gets away scot-free, nothing still.
You know, anything could happen in this game. Missed field goals, big turnovers, you know, crucial and terrible play, what's it called, fouls, penalties.
Here comes the Valley offense now, led by senior quarterback number 6, Tommy Moran, in the gun. To his right is John Testa. He hands it off, and Testa nearly breaks one, but he's ripped down. Looked like that was Dan Daly who brought him down. Never mind Dan Gerard, number 21 on the stop. He's been a force for this Wayne Hills defense, and Testa. Again, we saw him break a huge run to start that Week 2 game, and he was dominant all night. Wasn't enough to get the W, but he's been terrific all season. Moran in the gun. Another handoff to Testa, running right. Stopped short of the marker, maybe 1 or 2. Stop made by the senior captain, Gabe Kuhn. We'll see where they mark it. They're gonna mark it. Valley on their own 29-yard line, 3rd down and 1.
He's a big player in that defensive line. He's able to get through those two offensive linemen, make a great tackle.
Testa in the eye set behind the fullback. Moran motions a man, now motions it back. Another handout to Testa, and he drops to his knees and is stopped. Are they going to give him the 1st down is the question. We're going to look if they did give him it, and they did not. So Wayne Hills gets a big stop and answers. Nothing. As the clock ticks close to under 5 to play, Wayne Hills answers Valley's stop with a big one of their own. Dean Imparato back deep to return, hangs around his own 35.
So far, the defense are shutting down the offense. Pretty good start for both of these defenses.
A little bit of a high snap, and almost getting there was Dylan Sheeran. He got into the backfield in a hurry. Imparato signaling a fair catch, and Wayne Hills is going to take over.
The ball will be spotted on the 37.
Last drive, we saw some interesting things. Like Santa, back-to-back passing plays, but unable to get it to the hands of his wide receivers. He has to improve that much more if he wants to be effective in the passing game.
Excuse me, the player almost got to the punt was 54 Stanley Osbath. My apologies. Here's Casasanta now out for his 2nd drive. Same set, twin set to his right. Handoff Rutowski, running off right tackle and is tripped up. That's Testa again, and Testa, you know, for how good he is on the offensive side of the ball, he's dominant as well as on the defensive side of the ball. We've seen him make his presence felt already here midway through the 1st. 4:15 to go. Hills on their second offensive drive. First one was looking good. They had it on the Valley 22, but were stopped short, and then Jordan Field missed a field goal. So still knotted at 0. Grosjean and again Daly switching places. Grosjean behind the left tackle. Casasanta fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Doesn't have a man. He escapes the pocket, and he's running to the right, makes a nice move, and is finally hit by Tommy Moran, excuse me. But nice job by Casasanta to evade a sack. Did a nice job of getting out of the pocket and ran to the right side. Brought down at his own 46, 3rd down and 2.
That's when we talk about when he can use his legs. You saw there, looking to pass, but saw the pressure from defensive lineman from Valley, able to be shifty in the pocket and get out and get a huge gain. Casasanta, he's done that all season.
Here we go, 3rd down and short. Grosjean moves behind into the backfield. Brunetti, the little man on the left side. Handoff. Rutovsky, he is going to be brought down by number 40, Joe Mishia. Did he get the first down?
They might rule him short.
Made a nice move, but Mishia, one of the leading tacklers on this Indians team, brought him down, but Rutovsky was able to push forward just enough. Got the length of the football over the marker, and they do move the chains. So Wayne Hills continues the drive. Ball on their own 49. Puntalillo out wide to the left. Maston in the slot. Same look. Daly switches over to the right side. Casasanta bulldozing over a man, trying to get close to midfield. Another keeper for him. We'll see where they marked it. They're going to mark it maybe a foot short of midfield. So they're not going to give him one. 2nd down and 10.
Looks like Valley has figured out this Hills offense, knowing that they like to do those fakes a lot with Casasanta and Bertovsky, and they just rush the quarterback.
Well, Valley's defense was the top defense in the Freedom Red Division in terms of points allowed per game. Here's a handoff. Rutovsky running to the right, nearly tripped up, breaks one, gets across midfield, gets to about the 43, close to a first down, not going to be enough, about 2 yards short. So it'll bring up, again, it's usually 3rd down and 2.
I mean, Bertovsky is no Michael Joyce, but he is a good backup. He is very shifty, and when he needs to be, and he gets those extra yards.
Exactly. He's done pretty much everything that the coaching staff could have asked out of him, and much more. He's gone above and beyond. As Brunetti checks into the game, so Wayne Hills sets up here. Vacant right side. 3 receivers on the left. Trip set. Maston, Brunetti, and Puntalillo. Now Rutovsky motioning out to the right. Casasanta firing over the middle. He's got a man. And it was Maston on the catch again. Another first down for Wayne Hills. And Maston, right away, Isaiah, his first day back, showing that magic that he's got, being the reliable presence for Casasanta. 2 catches already.
I mean, when you haven't played in a while, you want to give it to him. You want to get him into the game because he hasn't played in a while. So he has to get comfortable a bit, and that's what I think they're targeting him.
Brunetti out, Daly in. They're going to go with a 2 fullback set. Grosjean lining up to the left of Daly. Now both shift over to the right. Behind him and to the right of Casasanta is Rutovsky. Handoff, going up the middle, pushing forward. Now he's shoved back a little bit. He'll get to about the 41 as we've got 22 seconds to play in the first. They're gonna give him 1. 2nd down and 9, but Wayne Hills isn't gonna run another play here in the first.
Yeah, they're just gonna let the clock run down and wait till the second quarter.
And that is the end of the first quarter. Nothing. We are tied up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end.
We are tied up 0-0 at the end of 1. Valley and Hills, two elite defenses doing their thing. And as the first quarter ends, we're going to send it down to Luca Yanuzzi with a special guest. Luca, take it away.
Chris Olsen.
And I'm here with Coach Chris Olson. Coach Olson has coached Wayne Hills for such a long time, and I assume you have coached so many Wayne Hills, Wayne Valley games. What would you say would be your favorite memory of Wayne Hills, Wayne Valley?
Well, I think it's become such a great rivalry, probably one of the better rivalries in the state. And anytime you can play them, particularly in the playoffs, it makes it that much better, and it brings out the best of you.
So many incredible games between these crosstown rivals. Both of them have been such incredible teams over the course of the years. And you, having coached over 20 plus years, not as familiar with this team as now they are under the ruling of Coach Demikoff, but so far this game scoreless at the end of one. Last game ended 14-7. What are your expectations as this game comes into the second quarter?
I think we've started out well. We're running the ball. We're controlling the game, the clock and everything. I know they've only run the quarter ended. Wayne Valley only ran 3 plays. If we can keep it up, but I think it's gonna be tough for a while. It's gonna get tough before it gets easy.
Hill's definitely looking good. Let's send it back to Aaron and Isaiah up in the booth.
Thank you, Luca. And during his final question, Wayne Hills picked up yet another first down. They have it on the Wayne Valley 26-yard line. Once again, looking good inside the Valley 30. Let's see if they can capitalize here. Weren't able to do it the first time.
And they also got to Maston again. They're really targeting him this game.
To the left of Casasanta's Brutowski, now motions out wide. Takes it for himself. A design run. Casasanta is going to get close to the 20. We'll see where they mark him, probably around the 22-21-yard line. And again, Wayne Hills doing a good job getting near the 20-yard line, Isaiah, but the question is going to be, can they score on this one? I mean, especially when you have a guy like Theo who misses a field goal, very painful not to think to yourself, hey, we could have had 6 instead of relying on Jordan to make one, but tough situation last time. Left to right goes Groshon. Again, motioning out wide is Brutowski. Running to the right is Casasanta firing. He's got Brutowski along the sideline, who makes a nice little duck move and gets over the 15-yard line. Wayne Hills moves the chains again.
That was a well-designed play by the Patriots, as the Valley defense probably thought Casasanta was going to run it for himself. They didn't notice Brutowski over there in the little corner.
Right.
They were too.
Yeah, and they've shown that look a lot, Isaiah. You're right. They have Brutowski kind of move out on sort of like a wheel route, out near the sideline, out of the backfield, and Valley was probably thinking, hey, they've done this a bunch of times and haven't thrown to him. Now they do. So catching the Valley defense a bit off guard as Brutowski was pretty much wide open, didn't have a man near him. Under 10 to go here in the first half of a scoreless game between Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills. Brunetti out wide to the left. Pontalillo is the second wide man, now throwing over the middle, and look who it is. It's Steve Maxson out of the slot again, getting to about the 5-yard line, and Wayne Hills is rolling, Isaiah. And here we go. Let's see if they can cash in. Let's take a look at the replay. And again, Maxson lining up in the slot. He's so dangerous there over the middle of the field, and Casasanta strike to him, and they will mark it at the 5-yard line. First down and goal. 9:42 to go in the first half. Brutowski to the left of Casasanta. Maxson again in the slot. Pontalillo out wide to his left. Running to the left side is Brutowski, untouched. Stampers into the end zone, and Wayne Hills up 6-0 early. And Chris Brutowski does it again. Keeps working his magic. Another score for him.
As soon as they made a touchdown, the crowd went wild. Patriots come out with a first early lead, and it's great. The Valley defense was probably thinking that they're going to pass to Masson again, as he was lined up in the slot. But no, they gave it to Brutowski, and he got an easy touchdown.
And untouched went Brutowski, running off left tackle into the end zone, had an extra blocker on that side, and was able to get in easily. And here's Steele for the extra point. Kick is blocked. It was blocked, and it looked like it was number 25, Michael Penbianco, who blocked it. And Jordan Thiel not off to a hot start. Maybe the one guy that you wouldn't expect to be off to an ice-cold start tonight. Missed long field goal, which you can't really give him that much slack for, but again, a play that you really can't give him a lot of slack for. His kick gets blocked, so 0 for 1 on field goals, 0 for 1 on extra points, and Wayne Hills' lead remains at 6-0 with 9:30 to go in the second quarter.
You know, Aaron, once again, it's a playoffs. Anything can happen. And we've seen the worst. We've seen a blocked kick and a missed field goal. So far, it looks like Hills is off to a nice start with the offense, but special teams is not quite there yet. But good start for this offense. And the defense able to stop Valley and give the ball back to Mike Adesanya.
You know, on those first couple drives, I mean, what a job by Steven Maston. Casasanta targeting him a lot early, and he's been able to make pretty much every catch. And like we've said, he's kind of like a safety blanket for him. I mean, it seems like he never really drops an easy catch or drops an easy pass. I mean, he's got soft hands, and he's just able to use them really well. Gets open a lot in space over the middle, and again, showing why he's such a reliable target. And Burtowski ends the drive with a touchdown. Now Thiel will send it away. Again, high spinning end over end kick to the left. Testa takes it at about his own 10. Now makes a couple of cuts. And another nice return by John Testa to about the 35, 25-yard return. And Wayne Valley will set up with solid field position to start their second drive.
I mean, he's done it many times against this Patriots team, and there again, he's quick.
So here we go, Moran and the offense out for their second drive. Wayne Hills did a good job of stopping them before they could do anything too dangerous on their first. De Palma out wide to the right. John in the slot. Motioning now over from left to right is DeLucia. Handoff, or excuse me, it's Moran taking it himself. He faked the handoff to Testa. Getting over the 45 is Moran, and he'll get a first down. Tommy Moran doing a good job of picking up 12 yards, and we saw that one big run in week 2 where he broke a 50, 60-yard run. I mean, we know he can fly, and he's really agile as well. So this Valley team has a lot of dangerous weapons on the ground, like Wayne Hill. Same set. De Palma and John out right. DeLucia out left in the slot. To the right of Moran is Testa. Again, DeLucia in motion, and a flag flies. Valley putting their hands up. It's going to be on them.
Once again, the Indians, messing themselves with penalties. First with the face mask, and now with shifting off the line.
False start on Valley. They still have it on Wayne Hills 41. First down and 15. 8:35 to go. Here we go. Twin set on either side once again. Testa to the right of Moran once again. Hills with an extra man, showing blitz, not going for it. Moran has a lot of time in the pocket, rolling out, and throws it away, it seems.
No.
Couldn't see what happened.
Pressure.
It was an incomplete pass.
The pressure really came to him. This Patriots defensive line bringing pressure. Even though one of their players slipped, they were still able to go after him, and he had to throw the ball out of bounds.
Second down and 15. Again, from their own 41 go the Indians. Wide man on the left side alone is Hemming. Lugo in the slot for Valley. Second man to Moran's right.
Here you see him changing. Noticing some things changing.
It's the snap. Again has some time under a little bit more pressure. Firing deep, looking for a man, and he's got no one there. And Parado is back, as well as Pontalillo on the coverage.
It was nowhere near a Valley player. Dean Parado was actually almost able to pick that ball off, so not a good pass.
Was looking for
Tommy.
Lugo deep out of the slot. Jung was over there as well for the Indians. Third down and 15. Not a favorable position for Wayne Valley, but if you're Wayne Hills, you have them right where you want them. Get a stop here. Don't allow 15 yards. Get the ball back. Up 6. It's going to be better for you if then you were to allow a first down here, which would be heart crushing. Here's Moran again, looking to run, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. It's Dan Gerard who brings it down by his ankles, and Wayne Hills is going to force Wayne Valley to punt. And a great job by the Wayne Hills Patriots using the penalty to their advantage. 4th down and 15, and they're going to set up with excellent field position on their 3rd drive.
You've seen it a lot by Dan Gerard. His quickness really helps him get after the quarterback, and there you saw that he was able to get after Tommy Moran and make a big play. He's been reliable at times. He's very fast and able to make a great tackle
Imperato
when he's needed.
near his own 25 to return the punt. Data the punter. Low snap. Nice job to corral it off a bounce. It takes a bounce. Imperato's going to let it go, and Wayne Valley is going to down this ball at the Wayne Hills 10-yard line. So I said that they were going to have favorable field position, but a good punt and a good roll for Wayne Valley sets up the Patriots on their own 10-yard line. 7:01 to play. Hills up 6-zip.
Now with that punt, they're a bit backed up in their end zone and have to lose a bit more pressure to the offense, trying to get out of there. So let's see what the Patriots offense is going to do with the next couple of plays.
Ludo on Pontalillo. The slot man is Maston again. De Palma is the slot corner, the linebacker playing on him. Out wide again to the right is Brutowski. Flats fly before anything can happen. Looks like it'll be on the Patriots.
And that's just not good for them. That backs them even more in the end zone.
False start on the Patriots, and they'll move them back. They're going to mark this ball probably.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, they will mark it as a 5-yard penalty at the 5-yard line. Hills first down and 15, 6:59 to play. So again, hurting yourself, and that's not the area to do it, guys. Inside your own 10-yard line to pick up a penalty is just going to make it that much harder. As you see Casasanta out of the gun, standing behind his own goal line. Takes it, hands it off. Brutowski trying to make something happen, and he is stuffed by multiple Valley defenders. Not going to get anything.
Brutowski on the carry.
Might have lost one, and the clock continues to tick.
Brought down by number 40, Joe.
Now, if Valley's able to stop this Hills offense, they would have a great field position with the punt return. So Hills has to get, a decent amount of yardage or, the first down.
Maston out, Brunetti in. Clock continues to roll. No gain on the play.
Now deciding the next play in the huddle is going to be.
Casasanta again. Out of the gun, Brutowski to his left. No receivers out wide now. Brutowski is motioning out to the left. Casasanta firing over the defense. He's got a man. It's Imperato. Excuse me, it's Dan Daly who makes the catch at about the 10-yard line. Looked at 5. Let's look at a replay. Brutowski motioning out to the left again on that wheel route. Casasanta had a lot of time, and he found Daly for a pickup of 6.
3rd and 9.
Brutowski motions left to right. Casasanta takes the snap. Under a little bit of pressure, and he's going to go down this time. Not able to escape it there.
There's too many white jerseys in front of him, and they ate him in the pocket.
And here comes the momentum shift. Wayne Valley going to force Wayne Hills to punt. Ryan DiArgenio is going to be backed up deep in his own end zone. And they're going to get excellent field position on this return.
But under 5 minutes, this is much needed for Valley.
Hammond deep to return, standing at the Wayne Hills 40-yard line. If he can take it back 5 or 10 yards, Valley is going to be in incredibly favorable field position. DiArgenio, back foot nearing the back of the end zone. End over end kick, calling for the fair catch is Hemming in front of the 35.
Now Valley's touch with excellent field position, best they've had all night.
And just a change on that last drive, guys. Number 51, Jack Woodard goes out of the game. Number 55, Mateo Murco in. And, you know, Wayne Hill's losing the starting offensive lineman. Not something you want to see, especially with the protection that Cass needs, and especially Bertovsky, who's been, you know, he's been solid, and just to lose him as now he's got his helmet back on, but just for a couple of plays there, giving Wayne Hills a scare. So Wayne Valley, takes over at the Wayne Hills 33-yard line. Moran in the gun, to his left is Testa, handoff, goes Testa up the middle, breaking the 30. He's going to be down at about the 29-yard line.
Now, for the Valley, for the Indians, they're doing a bit of a different play with the face, as they seem that the quarterback will pull it out, but they actually give it to the running back. Unlike Hills, who actually pretend they're going to give it to Butovsky, but Kazakhstan takes it for himself.
Ludo, the senior, checks out. Number 5, Jade DeLucia in. No receivers on either side. Now Hemming motions out about 3 feet past the left tackle in the slot. Motioning again is DeLucia. Handoff. 2 extra blockers there for Testa, and he's going to use it to his advantage. Nice job by John Testa. Breaks the 20-yard line and picks up a first down for Wayne Valley. And you saw motioning DeLucia out to the left side. Gave Valley the advantage in terms of blockers, and the explosive Testa uses it to his advantage, picks up a first down.
There you saw he was running with a mission as he just accelerated to get the first down.
No wide receivers again. Here comes DeLucia in motion. Moran, a flip out to the right side. It's Lugo juking and bouncing his way to about the 17-yard line. Good job by Lugo picking up about 3. Dave Kuhn on the stop again for the Patriots. But Valley, at the end of the first half here, 2:45 to go, is nearing the danger zone as they have it on the Wayne Hills 22-yard line.
You see now if Patriots defense is able to stop them and just allow them to only get a field goal, that's amazing for the defense.
Exactly. It would be a win for Wayne Hills defense to allow 3. Lugo again, low man in the backfield. Again in motion is DeLucia. Moran hands it off. Up the middle goes Lugo. And he is batted down beyond the 10. And let's take a second look at that run. Lugo, another guy for the Indians, who's elusive but is just smart and able to hit the right gap right up the middle. First down and goal for the Indians. They're really threatening here as the clock now takes under 2 minutes to play. 6-0 Hills, but Valley threatening. Lugo again, low man in the backfield. Moran, handoff. Lugo trying to get something, doesn't get much. Wayne Hills does a good job of stopping the run there.
See there, they
second down and goal.
They were able to close the gaps and not allow them to have any room to maneuver with. And that's just a good job and adjustment by the Patriots defense.
Yeah, and that's why they've been such a good group all year, Isaiah, is, you know, they've just played well together. And they've just played well together as a unit, and they know, which gap to fill, like you said, and they've just culminated so well. Second down and 5 now, or second down and goal, 5 yards to go for Valley. Now Testa moves back into the backfield. Motion right to left is Lugo. Flip out to the left side. Testa, can he get in? It looks like he did. Touchdown, Wayne Valley. And they score with 59 seconds to go in the half. The Wayne Hills defense not able to stop Valley's offense, and they finally tip over, and Wayne Valley with a chance to go up over the half.
Now you see Valley's running game being effective tonight as they kind of tired out the defense a bit, and they just kept pounding, and they got it for the first down, and now a touchdown.
Extra point attempt for Valley. It is up and good, and Wayne Valley takes a 1-point lead with 59 seconds to go, guys. And I mean, this has been a heck of a game so far. Wayne Hill's defense looking like they might hold the Valley offense to 3 and go into halftime with a lead. And John Testa, again, the guy who's given Wayne Hill's problems, especially in that Week 2 game. And Valley with a 1-point advantage here. Again, 7-6 with 59 seconds to go in the half.
And once again, this thing goes all the way back to special teams as Thiel missed a field goal, 2 field goals. Extra point and the field goal. And Hills could have been up 10-7.
Yeah, exactly. But again, 2 plays that you really can't fault them on. You know, a long field goal try, 30-plus yards is tough, and then his kick just got blocked. Bad timing, bad blocking by the Hill special teams. And now with 59 seconds left, we'll see what Hills elects to do.
Number 34, Joe Monsigo will kick off.
Valley will receive the second half kickoff, so I would assume that Wayne Hills would try to put together something with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. They do have 59 seconds, so if they work quickly and efficiently, they can get off a long field goal try.
Yeah, it is crunch time for Wayne Hills here. 59 seconds left in this half. Again, Valley will be taking it, as you said, Aaron. Hopefully looking to get off something and have 3 timeouts to use in this little bit of time left.
We'll see what they do. Spinning end over end, kick fielded at the 15. And running to the right, that's Christian Pontalillo. Not brought down. Makes a nice move, cutting back to the other side. And Pontalillo gets to about the 30-yard line.
That was very impressive by Pontalillo.
Let's take a second look at the return by Pontalillo. Kick shade off to the left, or to the right, excuse me. Pontalillo taking it, nearly brought down. Good pursuit, good job of staying on his feet and picking up an extra 5-10 yards. So here comes Hills. Twin set on either side, 4 out wide. In the right and to the back of Casasanta is Brutovsky. Casasanta barking, trying to get this Valley defense to jump, get some free yards with 51 seconds to go. They need all the yards they can. Pontalillo is the wide man out to the left. On the other side, it's Brunetti out wide, Masson in the slot. Taking the snap is Casasanta, firing to the right. He's got Brunetti. And he is going to get beyond the 45, mark him down at the 46. And Wayne Hills picks up 16 yards, but the clock continues to roll. 40 seconds to go. First set it down for Hills, first down and 10.
There's whole Valley team defense looking at Steven Masson, who Mike has been targeted all night, and he goes off to Brunetti.
Here's Casasanta again, looking to the left side and looking for Pontalillo, who's batted away by Moran.
Pontalillo broken up by Tommy Moran.
And Wayne Valley does a good job. Now with 27.7 seconds to go, Wayne Hills are going to have to take the shot deep if they want to make something happen.
Yes, at least to the 20-yard line. If they're able to get to the 20-yard line, that would be perfect.
Pontalillo and Imperato on the left side, twin set. Maston again in the slot. Brunetti is the wide man on the right side. 4-man set out wide. Brutovsky to the right of Casasanta. Looking to make something happen. And he's going to be brought down. Number 54, Jordan Botero, got to him. And with 19.4 to go, that's a killer for Wayne Hills.
The offensive line just broke apart, and Casasanta was unable to just maneuver as he usually does, and he's tackled by Valley.
Timeout taken. Hills will take the timeout with 19.4 seconds to go. And, I mean, you really only have time. You do have 2 timeouts remaining, but, I mean, if you want to take a deep shot here, it's really the only option you have. You can't really play around. Only 19.4 to go, as you said again, and you know, the Valley defense is doing an excellent job so far on this drive, not allowing anything too big.
I mean, Aaron, you know, you couldn't worry about Mike Casasanta. He's had some pretty impressive drives where, I mean, plays where he's broken through defenders and got a huge touchdown.
But like you know, we've seen multiple times the pocket collapse on him, and that time brought down by Botero. Second sack of the game. Second sack from Casasanta by this Indians defense. There we go. They have it on their own 44-yard line. Figure somewhere in the range of 35 yards to go before you can set up a reasonable attempt for Thiel. Rutowski to the left of Casasanta again. The same four-man set. Pressure coming again. Casasanta tries to spin out of it. And how about that? Another sack for Wayne Valley. This time it's number 50, Frank Totora. And the clock will run out, and Wayne Valley will head into the half with a 1-point advantage, 7-6 Indians. And the Wayne Valley defense doing an absolutely incredible job in the first half, guys.
They're playing incredibly tough. They're getting to the quarterback as they need to, and they've stopped Mike Casanta's big runs that he usually has during the game. And it's just an all-around effort by this defense, playing very well and making some pretty nice plays.
I mean, one advantage that this Wayne Valley team has now going into the playoffs is that they've played this Wayne Hills team in the regular season before. Teams like Phillipsburg or Morris Hills that we could be potentially playing in the next round of the playoffs if we do come out of this game with a win have not seen this Wayne Hills team. Wayne Valley has. Wayne Valley played them week 2, and Mike Casasanta had been making such big runs. Not as heavy on passing in that game, had a huge running game, and he's trying to put up another one, but with this Wayne Valley defense knows exactly what they're going to do and has been able to stop it in those recent drives. Those last 2 plays, both big sacks right there. Casasanta leaving so many people out to pass, but then taking the run for himself. They see that coming, and they know just how to stop it.
Well, guys, Valley defense and the Wayne Hills defense standing tall, but the Valley offense has done their job. 7-6 Indians at the end of a half will send it down to the field to the Wayne Hills cheerleaders, and after them, the marching band, and we will be back for the second half kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, an appropriate round of applause for the Patriot cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band. They are 77 strong, consisting of 67 musicians and 10 color guard, under the direction of Matt Paterno. Band officers, drum majors Logan Esparguinez and Alex Gallarta, drum captain Tara Bilto, drum lieutenant James Thompson, guard captain Jehoon Pate, guard lieutenant Sonia Reyes, president Ricky Wallard, vice president Josie Van Putten Vink, secretary Lorelei Thompson, publicity officer Paul Garofano, recruiting officer Rachel Hahn, equipment managers Chris Ayala Valido, Ryan D'Amico, Aiden LaRusso, and Ethan Thompson, librarians Juliana D'Amico, Melissa Herring, Jehoon Pate, and Dariana Yoshenko, uniform manager Jason Cole, Cookie representative Tyler Weinman, their field repertoire Spellbound, Curiosity and the Cat, Magical Mayhem, Anxious Apprentice, and Lessons Learned. Ladies and gentlemen, let's return that salute with an appropriate standing round of applause for the Patriot Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to pick the 50-50. And again, this announcer is participating this evening, and if he wins, he may be embarrassed all the way to the bank. In the pot this evening is $675. The winning number 946-219. 946-219. Repeating 946-219. $675. Ladies and gentlemen, again, hot chocolate is available at the scoreboard side of the field on both sides. In addition, the Outback is serving delicious food, drinks, and hot chocolate at the rear end zone area on both sides of the field. Hand warmers available at the apparel tent next to the main snack stand.
Welcome back to Patriot Stadium, where at the end of a half, the Wayne Valley Indians lead the Wayne Hills Patriots 7-6. And guys, a first half dominated by defense. The Valley defense flexing their muscles. Wayne Hills with an early score, a Chris Brutowski run, but Wayne Valley fired back hard, and a run by John Testa to get them on the board, and they lead 7-6 at the end of a half. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's like you said, the defense are playing very spectacular. Only allowing one touchdown in the first 2 quarters, which is pretty good. Hills and Valley is always a close game. So at the beginning of the season, in week 2, it was 7-7, I believe, going into the second half. And it was, and then Hills took off. And once again, we said it earlier and many times in these broadcasts that Hills is the second half team. So let's see what this team can do in the second half.
Yeah, like you said, it was 7-7 at the end of the first half in the week 2 game. Wayne Valley had put up their first score, making it 7-0. Then Hills responded back with 7 right at the end of the second quarter, and then came right back at the start of the fourth quarter to put up another score, with the final being 14-7, putting up 14 unanswered points from Wayne Valley. And like you said, for a few years now, Wayne Hills has been a second half team, putting up great clutch performances. And if they could put up one against Wayne Valley in the playoffs tonight, this place is going to erupt.
Well, here's something to take into account, guys. A different situation, as Valley scored early in that game off, a bad mishap on special teams, and then Luca was able to punch it in a couple plays later. So Wayne Hills scored to tie it up. They had the momentum going into the second half, and they were able to play better football in the second half. This time, you let up a score with under a minute to go in the first half. I mean, it's crushing. I mean, we'll see how they respond. You guys are right. They are a second half team. They've played statistically better. And just, by the eye test, they seem more comfortable in the second half so far this season, from what we've seen from them. But this time it's different. Valley's got the momentum going into the second half on the road. It's going to be very interesting to watch, and should definitely be an exciting half of football. As once again, Valley up a point, 7-6 off a John Testa score that answered a Chris Brutowski score. Field to send it away. Testa back deep to return for the Indians. Lugo, the other deep man. And here we go. Second half of football underway, end over end pitch. Testa takes it at about the 10, running to the right. Running, still going, not brought down. He'll keep going. Get it over the 25 to the 26. And John Testa once again, another good return of 16 yards. Valley takes over on their own 26-yard line. 11:52 to go in the third quarter. Let's see what Valley does here, guys. They come out and punch Hills in the mouth. They restore on this first drive. It's gonna be hard to respond for Hills, as the momentum is gonna be squarely in their favor.
No. Once again, it's a rivalry game. Anything happens. You saw against Ramadas, Hills is able to compete with them. Let's see. And here they're competing with each other right now.
Twin set on either side. Tested to the left of Moran. Dropping back is Moran. Under some pressure in the pocket, and it looked like he almost went down and he escapes. There goes Moran over the 40. What a play. Tommy Moran almost brought down. It looked like he was going to be swallowed up by the Hills defense and somehow got away. Let's take a second look at it. Moran had a lot of time, but the pocket kind of collapsed on him, and look at this. Gets out of the scrum to the right side and picks up extra yards and a first down. Tommy Moran, huge play for Wayne Valley, and that's a punch to the mouth, to Hills, in itself. First play of the half, and Moran runs 20-plus yards, and now Valley has it on their own 41-yard line. First down and 10. Handoff, Testa running to the right side. Stop after a gain of 1, maybe 2.
I mean, you almost had it. You were about to turn things around by getting a sack in the first play, but Tommy Moran able to get out of there. It was pretty impressive by him.
Let's see if Hills can kind of neutralize that run by Moran and get a stop on this set of downs.
And Grosjean had nearly had him too. Grosjean had been covered by a man, but got to Moran and was so close. But it looked like Moran just was able to sneak out of there. It was a now you see him, now you don't kind of play. He was able to just barely get himself out of that one.
Hemming, wide out to the left. On the other side, it's De Palma. John in the slot. Motion left to right goes DeLucia. Here's Moran. Hands it off. Up the middle, cutting back is Testa, getting over the 45 in a Wayne Hills territory, and John Testa is turning up the Wayne Hills defense early on in the second half. Another first down.
That's a problem for the Patriots. They're missing tackles. They can't do that. I know. I get it. It's cold weather. I got myself a hot chocolate during halftime. It's very cold. I'm trying to warm myself up, but you can't miss those tackles.
Absolutely. Missing tackles, you know, guys, in any level of football, a missed tackle is something that is always going to come back to bite you. And here you go. Wayne Valley with the momentum in their favor now, scored under a minute to go in the first half, and they're rolling to start the second. John, the wide man to the left. Lone back in the backfield is Testa. Shifting over about 4 or 5 steps is John. Moran under center. In motion comes Hemming. Flip out to the left side. Rather, that's Lugo running up the left side. Only man there to stop him is Imperato, and he's ripped out of bounds. Looked like it was Testa, my apologies. It was Elijah Lugo who runs for Wayne Valley. Another first down.
But the penalty was thrown by the ref.
Yeah, I saw a flag there.
And it might be on the Indians.
I believe it is. We'll see where they mark it. It is against the Indians. Holding call that negates the Lugo run. So there you go. Wayne Hills gets a break now. Early on in the third quarter, 9:25 to go. And Valley, you know, Lugo kind of broke one there, was kind of going to set up Valley and, you know, close to the 20, 25-yard line. Wayne Valley would have been in prime position to make this, you know, an 8-point game, but a penalty kind of saves the Hills defense there, and Wayne Valley takes over now on their own 48. Testa is the low man in the backfield now. Lugo out. Moran under center again. Hills with a 4-man front. Coming in motion is Lugo. Moran fakes the toss. He's got all the time in the world. Looking deep, and he has a wide open Chase Hemming inside the 5-yard line. And the Hills secondary gets burned, and Wayne Valley is in prime position to score again.
I mean, such an incredible throw right downfield. Was wide open. Had no one else to beat out but Imperato. Imperato just barely able to stop him before he got to the end zone. And let's hope this Wayne Hills defense can hold him before the end zone and prevent this from being an 8-point game.
First down and goal from the 4. Testa is in the backfield. DeLucia, the fullback. Eye set, no receivers. Motioning left to right. Handoff, Testa up the middle. He's going to get stuffed short of the goal line. Maybe he'll get one. We'll see where they marked it. Good job of the Wayne Hills defense on first and goal there. They're going to have to do that 2 or 3 more times, though. Definitely a tall task against the power of Testa, but they do stop him short. Second and goal now on the 2-yard line, so a pickup of 2 yards there for Testa.
Now Testa running out. Lugo coming back on. Lugo now set in the backfield.
There we go. Lugo in the eye set. DeLucia again, the fullback. Moran hands it off. Lugo bursting. Did he get in? Wayne Valley thinks he does. Then she did. Lugo is not going to get in. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The nose of the football is maybe about a foot or 2 away from the goal line. Not very far to go for the Indians, but if Wayne Hills can come up big here and force a 4th down and goal, we'll see what happens. Moran going to try and go himself. Did they move the pile? They did. Touchdown, Indians, Tommy Moran. 13-6 Wayne Valley, 7:02 to go in the third.
Not a good look for this defense. It looked like it came out strong in the beginning by almost getting a sack by Tommy Moran, but since then they've just been letting Valley go down the field, and now they got a touchdown. It's just disappointing, you know. A team that's very good in the second half.
Oh, and the pitch is blocked. Pontalillo got in there to block the kick. And now Wayne Hills keeps it a one-touchdown game. They're not going to have to go for two to tie it up. 13-6 Wayne Valley, 7:02 to go. So there you go. It looked like Valley was going to kind of, they kind of shut down this Wayne Hills defense and this Wayne Hills student section. A lot of Wayne Hills fans holding their breath, and up here I know we were as well. Wayne Valley kind of had the momentum, and a blocked extra kick, a blocked extra point is going to give Hills a little bit of a momentum boost on their side. Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, we see who got the prep talk from in the second half during halftime. It's the special teams. They came with some mistakes in the beginning, and now they clear it up with a block kick. So now if the Patriots score, it will be a tie game. Well, that's of course if they score their kick as well.
Jade will send it away for the Indians. Back deep to return is Maston.
It's got to be the wire.
Here's Jada. Booming kick. Spirals. Maston's going to let it bounce into the end zone. And Wayne Hills will take over on their own 20-yard line, down 13-6. 7:02 to go.
From this Patriots offense, we've seen some impressive drives by Mike Casasana and getting into Maston, but ever since then, they've been shutting him down by not letting him get out of the pocket. They really want to keep him inside because they know what he can do when he's out of there and he's able to exceed in acceleration.
Here we go.
Get him on a yardage.
Pontalillo, the wide man out to the right. Moran on him, press coverage, now drops back. To the right of Casasanta is Brutowski. Change of play at the line of scrimmage. Beside Pontalillo is Maston in the slot. No man out to the left for Wayne Hills. Valley, 5-man front. Handoff, Brutowski. Bounces off a defender with a stiff arm and is brought down. It's going to be a loss of yards. Brutowski had nothing there. Joe Fonseca with the stop. And Wayne Valley, their defense is dominating right now as Brutowski had nowhere to go.
And we've seen Brutowski make moves like that, not able to find a hole on his intended route and able to go around behind Casasanta and make it to the other side. And he usually is able to get through. This time, unfortunately, not able to find a way, and Fonseca takes him down.
Casasanta alone out of the gun, and he's going to be brought down again. How about that?
Once again, Valley defense knows what Mike Casasanta likes to do. He likes to get out the pocket and make a huge run. And now they're containing him, so they want him to throw the ball.
Fonseca on the stop. Consecutive plays by him. It'll bring up 3rd down and 16 for the Patriots. We saw them convert a 3rd down and 13 earlier. We'll see if they can do it again. With 5:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Brutowski to the right of Casasanta. Twin set on either side. Imperato in the slot to the left. Brunetti out wide. Firing to the left. Was looking for Imperato. Didn't have it. Pass was short. And Wayne Hills is going to be forced to punt.
There you go. Valley defense, like I said, they want him to pass the ball. You know that they know that this team isn't really a pass-heavy offense. And they like to run the ball a lot. If you see the back out of center, Brutowski. So if they can contain the run game and try to make Casasanta throw the ball, they can have something here. But Casasanta has to step up to the occasion and make those throws.
So a 3-and-out for Hills. DiArgenio back deep to punt and Hemming to return, but whistles blow before the play. And it'll be a timeout.
Timeout Indians.
Wayne Valley takes a timeout. Up 13-6, 5:40 to go in this 3rd quarter. And here's an opportunity for Wayne Valley guys to kind of maybe, I hate to say it, but kind of put the game away, before the 4th quarter hits. I mean, if they score here and go up, 2 scores with the way this Wayne Hills offense has been functioning lately, it's going to be tough for him. So here's where Ryan DiArgenio has to try and do his job, to his absolute best. Try and pin Wayne Valley as deep as you possibly can and give your defense the best possible chance to get a stop. DiArgenio stands at about his own goal line. Wayne Valley again doing a good job of pinning Wayne Hills deep on the punt. Hemming is the man back to return for the Indians. DiArgenio, good punt. Takes a bounce, takes a couple of bounces. He's going to roll over the 50 into Valley territory. And it's down at the 46-yard line of the Indians, and that is where they will start their second drive of the half.
That was a really good punt by DiArgenio, getting on the Valley side of the field instead of Hills.
And, you know, even with that, Isaiah, just great field position for Valley again. And it's kind of been the story of this one. Wayne Valley has done a good job of starting drives in a position where they want to. As you see the student section for Wayne Hills.
They're
Pajama theme tonight, cheering on their Patriots, who are down 13-6 with 5:26 to go in the third quarter. In motion comes Lugo from right to left. Handoff, Testa up the middle, is stuffed and brought down. Give him a gain of 2 yards.
Now this is the moment where this defense has to step up. They have to make something happen. Get a turnover would be amazing for this team, but they just need to stop. They need to stop.
Abidi gets the stop for Hills. Give Testa 4. My apologies. Give him 4 on that run. He was pushed down. They'll give him forward progress. Second down and 6. 4:52 to go. The lone man in the backfield again is Testa. But it's Lugo taking the sweep from Moran, and he's going to be hit behind the line, taken away, coughs the ball up, and right there to recover, luckily for the Indians, is Chase Hemming. Let's take a look at the replay. Lugo coming in motion, taking the sweep handoff, and was hit behind the line, tried to make something happen. It was a beat up, bringing him down, and he coughs up the ball here. Knocked it away was Brunetti, but luckily for the Indians, Hemming right there to scoop it up. Third down and 9 for the Indians. This is where Wayne Hills needs to stop. Biggest play of the game so far.
Yes, the fans are behind them. They're cheering. They want to stop now.
Wayne Valley is able to convert and keep this drive rolling. It's going to be a backbreaker for Wayne Hills, but if they come up with a stop, they're going to give themselves a chance to tie this game up. 3:55 to go in the third. Third down and 9 for the Indians. Trip set to the right of Moran. Next to him is Testa. Takes the snap, drops back. He's got time, rolling to the right. Now feeling the pressure a little bit. He's still got room. Makes a spin move and gets past the first down marker, Tommy Moran again.
And there you see, there's sort of a Mike Casasena-esque kind of play where he's able to move out of the pocket and get a first down.
Great job by Moran, picking up the first, and there you go. Third down and 9, you have the crowd behind you, and now they're quieted by the Indians.
I mean, they almost had him there, but again, with the missed tackles, it's not helping them out right now.
So Moran, the gain of about 12 yards, 13 yards to the 42 of Wayne Hills. That's where Valley will take over. Moran working under center. Behind him in the backfield is Testa. Again coming in motion is Ludo. Don't give it to him. They'll give it to Testa out of the lone back set. They'll try and push forward, get a few, maybe 3. It's Testa again. 2:44 to go in the third. Gain of 2 for Testa, second and 8. Wayne Hill still has a chance here. If they don't let Valley get another first down, this is still a position where Valley would be forced to punt. So, out of the gun is Moran. Takes a snap. Again, he's going to run it. Makes a couple of cutbacks, and Moran is just slicing and dicing through this Wayne Hills defense. Another first down.
I mean, there's no pressure coming at him, so he's able to just move out. He has wide open gaps that he's able to run through, and he gets first downs. Unlike for Hills, you know, which gaps are closed, because the Valley defense knows what the Hills offense likes to do. But now this Valley team is much different than the one they faced in week 2, so they don't know what to expect from Valley.
First down and 10 from the 30. Testa again, the lone back. Moran hands it off to him. Off the left guard in between the left tackle. Testa gonna get 2. We'll see where they mark him. And they'll give him 3. 2nd down and 7 from the 27. Here come the Indians again. Lugo is gonna move into the slot out wide to the left. On the other side, it's Hemming. Moran dropping back. Again, he's got time. Firing deep for Lugo, and it was knocked away by Brunetti. A touchdown saving play by number 17, and that'll bring up another 3rd down. Big play by Joe Brunetti.
Joe Brunetti with 2 blocked passes in 2 games in a row. Had a great block pass last game against Indian Hills, and now coming up big, blocking that pass from Lugo. Also had a blocked pass against Ramapo as well. Brought Ramapo to 3rd down. And now Wayne Valley, 3rd down. John Testa comes out. Great stop from this Hills defense.
Here we go. Lugo is the lone man in the backfield behind Moran. No wide receivers out wide, but here in motion comes DeLucia. Flip out to the left side. Lugo's gonna run, and the ball is out. Let's see who has it. Wayne Hills thinks they do. Let's see what the refs
looks like that's
say.
the Hills ball.
Let's see what they say. It would be huge. And Wayne Valley retains possession. After the pile, let's take a second look at that. Lugo, again, you saw DeLucia shift over for purposes of blocking. Lugo again coughs it up, but Valley able to retain another fumble of his. Here we go, 4th down and 9, but now 18 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Valley's gonna let the clock run out, and they will have a 4th and 9 at the Wayne Hills 29 at the start of the 4th. As the final seconds now tick off the clock in the 3rd. Teams will shift sides. End of the 3rd quarter, so Wayne Valley adds 6, but a block punt by Christian Pontalillo and the Wayne Hills special teams unit keeps it a 7-point game, 13-6 Valley at the end of 3.
That block punt was a move we definitely really needed to see here from the Wayne Hills special teams. I believe it was Christian Pontalillo who had blocked the punt. And that holding off to a great situation here. Now Wayne Hills not having to go for 2, although they did go for 2 against Ramapo and have a pretty great 2-point conversion play there. Yeah. But now holding it to just 1 score, 13-6, Valley up. But Wayne Hills putting up some stops here. This Wayne Hills defense, knowing that they'll have to make some clutch plays here, preventing Wayne Valley from scoring, and now have to take over on this offensive drive if they want to keep this game going here tonight.
You know, this defense is crucial right now. It's already the 4th quarter. They need a stop here. They've got together a bit. They got 2. Oh, they almost had 2 fumbles. So they need a turnover or stop here if they want to get back into this game. If not, if Valley keeps pushing, I don't know, guys.
Start of the 4th. Valley has a 4th down and 9. They're gonna let you go for it. On the Wayne Hills 29-yard line. Lugo is behind Moran. Again, no wide receivers out. Look for the shift in motion from Valley. There it is. DeLucia running to the right and the stoppage in play.
Maybe Valley wanted a jump from Hills, or they could be
Valley will
discussing
use their second timeout of the half.
Or they can be looking for a second option as they didn't like what they saw there.
Yeah, you know, they ran that play, you know, with DeLucia coming in motion, no wide receivers out, so it seemed like Hills kind of had an idea of what they were doing. It was going to be a toss to Elijah Lugo, but again, you know, Wayne Hills needs to stop here, guys. It's can't even put it into words how important a stop is here on 4th down and 9, rather. A second has not ticked off the clock here in the 4th. Play hasn't been ran. Still a solid 12 minutes to go. Final quarter of football here in the opening round of the North 2 Group 4 state sectional playoffs between Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills. Valley at 7-2 in the regular season. Hills 6-3. Hills was the 4th seed and got a home game because of their perfect 5-0 record in the Freedom Red division. The win over Valley gave them that. Valley went 4-1. Here we go. Same set. Luca the lone back. Here comes the Luca in motion. They've got a blocker over there already. It's Hemming. Flip out to the right. Lugo, he's got nowhere to go. He's going to look to keep going, and he's brought down behind the marker. And there comes the Wayne Hills defense. Huge stop on 4th down. And here we go. That's what they needed, and they're going to give their offense a chance to tie the game up.
That was definitely what they needed. They needed a big stop. They came up, and they got the stop. On 4th down, now they have a pretty decent field position. Now they start at the 30-yard line. 30-yard line and more.
Hills is going to start on their own 31, 11:50 to go. Down a touchdown, 13-6 Wayne Valley. Let's take a look at the run. Again, you saw it, a flip out to the left, and there it is. Wayne Hills knew that Valley was going to run that play. Luca just had nowhere to go. And Wayne Hills brought him down behind the line of scrimmage, and they will get a turnover on downs. Rutowski motioning out to the right. Tassa Santa, design run for him, going to take it himself. Pressure coming, and he's tripped up. And the Wayne Valley defense is all over Mike Tassa Santa.
As soon as he steps out the pocket, they're onto him. That's probably what the strategy, what their coach said to do in this game. They said to keep an eye out for Mike Tassa Santa because he lost to his legs.
Absolutely. And Wayne Valley's done an excellent job of shutting it down. Hills takes over 2nd down and 13, loss of 3 on the play. Grosjean goes out wide. Next to him is Brunetti, again Bertovsky motioning out to the right. Tassa Santa taking it himself again. Tries to flip it. Ball is loose. It's on the ground. And are they going to whistle it dead? I think they are.
Yeah, I think they whistled it dead. It looked like someone else. I don't think it was Bertovsky, but they got a hand on it, batted it up into the air, and hit the ground, and they called the play dead.
Yeah, they do mark it incomplete. 3rd down and 13 now from the 33-yard line.
This offense hasn't done very well in the 3rd down as they've been in other games. But now it's time to prove everyone wrong and get the 1st down.
Here we go. Behind Tassa Santa to his left is Bertovsky, dropping back, again under pressure, running to the right, firing to the left side, out of bounds, nobody there, good coverage by Moran, and Wayne Hills will punt again. Wayne Valley is just all over the Patriots offense right now, guys.
And something I have to point out is Mike Casasanta last game was up against an Indian Hills team. Indian Hills, not so great of a team as most kids in the Flow area of New Jersey end up going to Ramapo, as their football program is beyond incredible. And he was given a lot of time to draw it back and get off some passes. With this incredible Wayne Hills defensive line, he hasn't been given that much time to get off passes like he has. Passes are being rushed with those little flip plays. He's not even being given enough time. Linebackers rushing him. You just got to get used to the little bit of time that he's being given.
DiArgenio, a high punt, not very far though. Wayne Valley's going to take over in Wayne Hills territory. Uncharacteristic by Ryan DiArgenio there. And Wayne Valley's going to take over on the Wayne Hills 47-yard line, and here we go. This is the drive where Wayne Valley can maybe put it out of reach.
They
As,
can.
You know, with the way Isaiah and Luca, the way that Wayne Hills has been, producing on offense, they haven't produced much. And if Valley can score here, it's going to make it all the more tougher for them to come back.
I mean, in a way, the defense has kind of done their job, only allowing fewer than about 14 points during a game. But this offense, they have to get it going. They have to get it going. If they don't score, this game's over.
Penalties on both teams during the kickoff, but they nullify each other. So correction, Wayne Valley's going to take over on the Wayne Hills 46, not the 47. 10:46 to go in the final quarter of play. 13-6 Wayne Valley over Wayne Hills. 1st down and 10 from the 46. Start the Indians. Testa to the right of Moran. Out wide comes De Palma. Out wide to the right. Other side matches him. Hemming. Handoff Testa running left. Pyle surrounds him and give him 2-3 yards, maybe 4. Right to the 45-yard line. We'll see where they marked him down. They'll mark him down at the 44. So give him 2. Second down and 10.
Me being an Anthony Wayne kid and even a JFK elementary school kid, been going to school with John Testa since 2nd grade and saw him play when he was a little kid. And since Panthers football all the way up here to Wayne Valley, he's just been incredible and unstoppable.
Second down and 7 for Retchen. Here's Moran again on the keeper running to the right. Getting close to the 40. Dave Cute on the stop for Wayne Hills. Brings up another 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and medium. 3rd down and 4 for the Indians. Here we go. 9:42 to go. Wayne Hills, if they can get consecutive stops, again, it's going to give them confidence. And it's going to give Wayne Valley it's going to give their offense yet another chance to get them back into this game. 9:30 to go now. 3rd down and 4 for the Indians. Twin set on either side. Here comes DeLucia in motion into the backfield. Moran looking to take off. He's got room. Cutting out to the left side. Brunetti, can he get there? No, he can't. Moran's still going. He's still going. And he's brought down beyond the 5-yard line. Are you kidding me? Let's take a replay. Let's take a look at a replay. Incredible run. Moran, again, has been burning the Wayne Hills defense all night. And as we watch the replay, it's not going to matter, as a penalty on Wayne Valley is going to take that back. That 36-yard run by Tommy Moran back, and it will push the Indians back as well. Wayne Hills, guys, I mean, absolutely massive right there. You were on the brink of maybe letting this one slip out of hand. Now you get a second chance with the penalty.
You see Moran there put up an incredible run, able to pull off a juke move, bobbing and weaving in between Abita and Imperato and Grosjean, able to get around Brunetti once, but Brunetti got to the other side of him and was able to stop him. Such a big run there, but stopped by a penalty. Hills getting a huge break there.
10-yard penalty on the holding. So it's in a 3rd down and 4 where Valley picked up 36 yards. 3rd down and 14 now. 8:41 to go. Wayne Hills still down a score. Jun is the man out wide to the right. In the slot is Lugo to the right. Moran is going to fire deep, and it's picked off. Dean Imperato back there to intercept the ball. And Wayne Hills, what a turn of events.
Finally, the stop they needed. I said they needed a turnover, a big stop, and they got it.
Let's take a second look. Moran stepping up in the pocket, letting it fly. And Dean Imperato was the only man within 5 feet of the ball, and he picks it off. 3rd interception of the year for Dean Imperato, coming up big on the defensive side of the ball again. Here's Casasanta in the gun. The only back behind him is Rutovsky again. Handoff Rutovsky. Again, he doesn't really have much room to work with. He'll get a couple. 8:15 to go in the final quarter of play. Wayne Valley, a 36-yard run by Tommy Moran. We're going to set up with a chance, to go up 2 scores on the road. Would have been huge for him, and the holding penalty pushing him back. And Wayne Hills gets a good stop. Twin set on the right to Casasanta's right. In the backfield again is Rutovsky. Grosjean plays behind the right tackle. No Daly in the game for Wayne Hills. Casasanta in the gun, takes it. Fakes it, running himself. Get over the 20. Picks up maybe 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 9 here for Wayne Hills, and they're just not putting themselves in good positions to keep the drives going.
Yeah, this offense has to realize it's not working out with the running game. They can't fake it to Mike Hessan. They can't handle it. Rutovsky is all being closed up. The gaps are getting closed up. Offensive line isn't really producing. well enough to give him enough time and openings. So they have to find some passing play that that works for this team.
Well, we saw the pass game worked early on in the game, and they kind of shifted away from 3rd down and 8. Twins set on the right. Daly in the game now, shifts over as an extra blocker. Santa, play action, under pressure, firing over the middle of the field. Oh, and it's nearly picked off. James Judd had it in his arms, was looking for Masson. The guy has been targeting all game, and Wayne Valley forces another turnover. Let's take another look at this one. Cass, a lot of time in the pocket that time, but Judd steps in front of Masson. He almost had it. How heartbreaking would that have been if Judd was able to pick it off? Now Wayne Hills gets a chance to maybe pin Valley, in reasonable field position for the Wayne Hills defense to get a stop. DiArgenio to punt. Lugo moves up now beyond midfield. End over end spinning kick, takes a few bounces. Wayne Hills is going to down this just in front of the midfield marker at their own 49. And Wayne Valley will take over on the Wayne Hills 49. 6:35 to go. Still up a touchdown, 13-6.
I mean, shadows of week 2 with Dean Imparado's interception. Tommy Moran throwing a bit of a wild pass there. Dean Imparado, the only man there. Hills got a break, but now Cass Santa finally got a bit of time to get off his pass, but nearly into the hands of James John. Thank goodness that Steven Masson was able to run into him there and get the ball out of his hands. But now Wayne Valley with it again. On the 50, they mark it with Tessa in the backfield, looking to get another score.
Here is Moran working under center. DeLucia in motion. Same play. Toss out to the right for Testa. He breaks one. He's still going. And he's finally wrapped up around his ankles. It was Gerard who brought him down. But John Testa, let's take another look at it. John Testa is just having his way with this Wayne Hills defense. Gets away from Abita. And they were lucky that, it was Imparato and Gerard who got in there. Wayne Hills is lucky that they were able to stop him. He might have gone all the way there if he wasn't brought down. DeLucia lines up to the left of the far left tackle. In motion comes Hemming. Flip out to the left now for Testa. Cuts back to the right. Still going. Gets a solid gain of maybe 6, close to 7. They're probably going to give him 6. Daly stops him. 5:48 to go in the game. Picked up a 5-second down and 5.
Telling you guys, it's some missed tackles. They've missed many tackles, and that is why Tommy Moran is able to run around the field with ease. It's unbelievable how much he's been what he's been doing to this defense.
Lone back is Lugo now. Again, DeLucia is the man in motion. Handoff Lugo up the middle, turning to the left, still going. Gets another first down for the Indians. Lugo breaks the chains now, moves them. And Wayne Valley rolling again here, guys, and it's looking kind of bleak for this Wayne Hills defense, not able to do much.
It seems as Valley changed up their whole scheme. The last time they faced off, they're more pass heavy now. They're really running sort of like the Patriots like to run their offense, having their running back take some plays and the quarterback running around sometimes. And that's been really working for them. And Hills can't deal with it because they haven't really faced a team that's had that same offensive scheme.
Yeah, it's just been tough all night on the Wayne Hills defense. Wayne Valley, Testa, Lugo, Moran have just been running all over them. Still a one-score game, however. Moran on cue takes it himself, getting close to the 20.
Moran on the keeper, brought down by Nick Lucarello.
Lucarello on the stop for the Patriots.
Pick up of 1 second.
Only a gain of 1 for Moran. 2nd down and 9 as we near 4 minutes to go in the final quarter. 4:12 now on the Wayne Hills 20-yard line. Indians have been rolling on this drive after an interception ended their last. Lugo in the slot to the right. Next to him is Jund. Pontalillo guards him on the right side. Testa in the backfield to the left of Moran. It's a handoff to Testa going up the middle, stuffed. Excuse me, that was Jake DeLucia. He's been lined up as an extra blocker coming in motion. He's been lined up as a tight end. He's been lined up as a fullback. This time gets the carry. They'll give him 2. 3rd down and 7 from the Wayne Hills 18-yard line. And even if Wayne Hills gets a stop, Wayne Valley's going to have an opportunity for a long field goal possibly. So Wayne Hills really needs to do a good job of not allowing even 4 or 5 yards to put them in danger of going down 10 points. Moran in the gun. To the left of him is Testa. Lugo in the slot out to the right. Handoff up the middle. Testa stuffed. Doesn't get much. Again, excuse me, that's DeLucia. My apologies. Testa not in the game for Valley. It's DeLucia on the last 2 carries. Didn't get much on him. Grosjean stops him.
I mean, this is exactly what the Indians wanted. They just wanted to push it up right to get just a little bit closer for their kicker can actually have an easier chance of scoring a field goal and put them up out of reach with, under 3 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Wayne Hills burns a timeout. 2:55 to play. 4th down and 6 for the Indians. It is going to be a field goal try.
And if they do score this field goal, Hills needs a miracle because their offense has not produced since the first quarter. And a little bit in the second quarter, but since then, it hasn't worked out for them. They, as you said, Aaron, earlier, they kind of switched their scheme. Earlier they were giving it to Madsen over the middle, which kind of worked for them. And now they kept running with Bertovsky or having Mike Tyson fake it and try to run the ball himself.
And I'm also going to mention, too, with this Valley offense, people that have been running it, like Moran and Lugo and Testa, don't necessarily have to be the speediest guys. What they've been doing is they've been breaking these tackles and evading these tackles to get themselves these yards that they really
Wayne
need.
Valley keeping their offense on the field. And now whistles sound again. Wayne Valley takes a timeout.
Maybe they're looking for a jump there. And now the Indians taking a time to discuss a few things.
Yeah, good point, Isaiah. Maybe they were sending their offense out just to get Hills to jump so they can move up and get a 1st down. But we'll see what they do here. They may elect to keep their offense on the field or they may elect a long field goal. We'll see what they do. 2:55 to go, 13-6 Wayne Valley. Their defense has dominated the second half, and they've kind of had their way with Wayne Hills. And Wayne Hills hasn't looked good, really, on either side of the ball, outside of the forced fumbles and the interception. On either side of the ball, since the first score by Bertovsky, Wayne Hills has really been shut down on both sides of the ball by the Indians. But let's see. It looks like Wayne Valley is going to keep their offense on the field. Huge 4th down play here. Wayne Valley converts. The game is kind of in their hands. If Wayne Hills gets a stop, they've got one last shot. In the gun is Moran. To his left, Testa. Firing left. Over the middle is Moran. And incomplete pass. Was looking for Hemming. And the Patriots come up with a big stop. 2:50 to go. And here we go. The Patriots have a chance.
And that's exactly what we wanted to see here. This defense has to be erratic right now, and this offense ready to get this drive going, putting a score on the board, potentially tying this game or even going for 2. Ramapo has seen it. No other team in this regular season has seen a Wayne Hills 2-point conversion. Might be able to fool Valley if they get into the end zone with that 2-point conversion play.
Let's see what they do. They've got 82 yards to go before they can attempt that. Casasanta in the gun, rolling left. He's got time, firing to the right. It's caught by Brunetti. Makes the catch beyond the 25. They marked him at the 27, so pick up of 9 yards. Oh, excuse me, they get the first down. So more than 10 yards on the catch.
And most importantly, he got out of
No,
bounds.
it is a pickup of 9.
Most importantly, he got out of bounds, so that stops the clock.
Exactly.
That's exactly what you need.
Second down and 1 on the gain of 9. And the hook up for Santa to Brunetti. Trip set to his right again. Santa under pressure, escaping the pocket. He's got some room to run. Gets up. Oh, he almost got a block, but Luca with the pursuit to bring him down. He does get the first down, but if Luca wasn't able to get to him, who knows? Let's look at a replay. Was flushed out, but good job by the offensive line creating some room to run for him. And again, good job by Ludo to trip him up. If he didn't, Santa could have made something happen big time. Again, Brutowski to his right, trip set to his right as well. Pontalillo alone on the left side. Santa's got all the time in the world. He was looking out to the right, incomplete though. Was looking for Maston. Santa unable to get it to him. 2:11 to go. Wayne Hill's out of timeouts. Down 13-6.
Yeah, from now it's getting out of bounds and spiking the ball. Stop time.
And Valley able to let Mike Casasanta get that run out on that last play. Haven't let him get a successful run like that in a while now. Now they seem to not be wanting to let that happen again.
Twin set on the other side. Santa is going to be ripped to the ground. Huge play by the Indians.
And as soon as I say that, Rick Ruggiero able to get the tackle there. Just not letting Mike Casasanta make any more progress than he is right now. And just holding him down back to where he is. Now bring it to 3rd down and long.
Timeout Indians, 2:03 to go. And Isaiah talked about it, exactly how you execute a 2-minute drill. Quick throws, get out of bounds. Wayne Hills on that last play didn't either. Casasanta taking a sack. 3rd down and 16. It'll bring up for the Patriots now. And they're in 4-down territory, really, guys. They really don't have room for error. They don't really have the option to punt. I mean, turnover on downs, though, for Valley kind of seals the game. So these next 2 plays kind of hold the balance of the game and kind of the result of the game in their hands.
It all goes back to the offensive line. They need to give Mike Casasanta some time. They have in the last few plays, and you've seen that this Valley defense is eating them up. And Casasanta.
Maston, Brunetti, and Pontalillo to the right. Grosjean is the man who lines up as the fullback. Now Casasanta moves him over to his left. Brutowski, the lone back, to his left. In motion comes Brunetti. Casasanta. It's a screen pass. Caught by Grosjean. Excuse me, Maston. Gets to the 38. Gain of 7, 4th down and 9. This is it. Clock continues to tick. 1:35 to go. Wayne Valley up the score. Wayne Hill's not able to convert here, and their season's over.
Yeah, they have no timeouts, and the time is on their favor.
Wayne Valley can sense it. Casasanta in the gun. Here we go. Gonna look to run. Evades the pressure. He's still got nowhere to go. And he's gonna be ripped to the ground. Unbelievable. Wayne Valley has done it. 1:10 to go, and they get the ball. No timeouts left for Wayne Hills. Casasanta take the sack. And that might be the fatal blow.
After years and years of this Hills team, beating the Indians for many years. Last time Indians won was in 2012, and they finally break through to get their win after many years. It must be a great feeling for this Valley team and these seniors who finally get the revenge that they've been looking for many years.
Valley going to go into victory formation, and they've done it. For the first time in 7 years, Wayne Valley defeats Wayne Hills, and for the first time in 28 years, a playoff win by the Indians over the Patriots. 1:03 to go. Clock stops.
Timeout Patriots.
Patriots burned their final timeout.
It's just
They did have
disappointing.
one remaining. My apologies on that last drive. And Wayne Hills will use their final timeout with 1:03 to go, but there's really not much they can do unless
There isn't.
something crazy happens, like a bobbled snap, miscommunication. But it's not likely that Wayne Hills will get another chance. Minute 03 to go. Valley up 7. They can probably just take one more knee and end it. An unreal showing of heart, defense, and running the ball with passion by the Wayne Valley Indians as they come in to Patriot Stadium. And Moran takes a knee, and
Indians again take a knee.
they're 53 seconds away from winning their first playoff game against Wayne Hills in 28 years. A historic win for Valley tonight. And Wayne Hills' season where they fought hard so many times. The Ramapo game, coming back home after 3 straight road games and dominating Fairlawn and West Milford. They showed heart, toughness, resilience.
And again, the
But as
Indians
Moran
take
takes a knee and the mob starts, the Wayne Valley Indians knock off the Wayne Hills Patriots 13-6 in the opening round of the North 2 Group 4 sectional playoffs. And they are going to take on the winner of Phillipsburg and
Valley. The Indians seeming like they've won the championship. You know, just
what is a
being
big
able,
win.
It is a big win.
After almost 30 years, they're going to move on to the next round as they defeat Wayne Hills once again. Then they will play the winner of the Phillipsburg game as one. Guys, just some final thoughts on the game, the season. Just let it all out there.
I mean, this Patriots team, has played incredible. They went toe to toe with Ramapo. They've done it all. They've been undefeated at home until now. These guys really wanted it. All I heard from these guys during classes that they wanted to win a championship on their own their senior year. But now, juniors still have a chance, but the seniors, it's devastating for them because this is the last time they'll play for this team, and it's disappointing. But once again, they fought hard. Valley flipped the switch. Last time they faced them, Hills was running all over it with Mike Hassan able to run out the pocket. Now Tommy Moran flips the switch and gets to do the same thing to Hills. It's great when Hills is able to affect it on their offense, but then when it's being done to you, it's devastating. And Valley played hard. And I just like to congratulate Hills on a terrific season. And yeah.
And for one last time, I get to close the infamous roster book as this season comes to an end. But nothing to be upset about as this Wayne Hills team put up such a great fight this entire season. Fought a great game against Ramapo. Surprised so many people. Unfortunately came out of that game with a loss, but fought such a great hard game that it even went into overtime. They were able to keep the game tied, but unfortunately in this game could not come up with a win. These seniors gotta be disappointed, but they still put up such a great season. And you, Aaron and Isaiah, being seniors too, ending your season here, it's gotta be a low, but still such a great season for Wayne Hills. And this Wayne Hills athletic program looking to move on to the winter season strong as basketball starting soon.
One final send-off from up here in the booth. Oh, that's it. One final send-off from up here in the booth for our cameramen up here, crew down in the truck, everyone involved, our sponsors. I'm Aaron Hook along with Isaiah Ahumada and Luca Yanuzzi.
It's been a
One
pleasure.
final send-off from Patriot Stadium. Wayne Valley 13, Wayne Hill 6.